This is the Eye for an Eye channel. Welcome to today's show. Trending on YouTube is Beyonce. You might say, well, that's not a surprise because they're always shoving Beyonce down everyone's throat. But what people don't realize is that these celebrities are revealing agendas. They're revealing their allegiance to Satan in all of these music videos and all of these things that trend. And Beyonce has a new film coming out entitled Renaissance. Now, you might remember I covered Renaissance a few years ago. I talked about Renaissance and the magazine cover for that album on Vogue, where we saw Beyonce on the red horse. Inside of the shoot, of course, we saw her Saturn worship, Saturnalia worship. People just see this stuff and they think that they're obsessed with planets. Like, oh yeah, Beyonce loves Saturn. You know, she looks up in her telescope and wants to go to Saturn. And so does Adele, right? And that's why Adele has it tattooed on her body. Just the obsession with the planet Saturn has become so obsessive. Of course, if you look into Saturn worship, it's really Satan worship. You look into Christmas, it's really Saturnalia. These are all things that people should know, but they don't know because they don't pay attention and they don't want to believe that their heroes, who are, sadly enough, these people, these wicked people, are actually all members of secret societies and all worship the devil. So on that magazine cover, we saw Beyonce doing the red horse, which was obviously a reference in the Bible to the four horsemen of the apocalypse. The red horse in the Bible symbolizes war and bloodshed. Okay, Beyonce was, just letting us know that, letting us know Saturn worship in the magazine cover. And now in Renaissance, the latest film trailer that came out, which is trending number 6 on YouTube because they want you to see it. We see Beyonce, of course, with, somebody just sees this. They're like, hey, Beyonce really likes the Statue of Liberty. She must be a real American patriot, right? Because the idiots in this country think that the Statue of Liberty is just some type of symbol of liberty. Of course, it was erected by the Freemasons. It really should be called the Statue of Isis because that's what it is. And then, of course, when people hear that word, they think of boogeymen with towels wrapped around their faces hiding in caves. But, of course, that's not what Isis symbolizes to the Egyptians, or I should say to the Satanists who worship these Egyptian gods. The great mother Isis was the goddess of healing and magic, okay? And that's what they use this symbolism for, is to pretend that they're looking up and talking about looking at the Statue of Liberty and like, yay, America, Statue of Liberty. This country was built on Babylonian teachings, mystery religions. Of course, this goes back to ancient Egypt. So we see right in the trailer that Beyonce is wearing that, of course, and nobody would think anything of it, that she's paying homage to ISIS. They would think that she was just paying homage to quote-unquote Lady Liberty. How ironic it all is. So I want to note that over on the website, a subscriber by the name of ADR had posted a week ago, before this was even trending on YouTube, about the upcoming Beyonce film called Renaissance. It did a great job posting some of the screenshots for Renaissance that Beyonce is using. And now that this trailer is trending, it's very important to note that this person on the website, ADR, actually pieced together the theme of Metropolis. Now, a lot of you might not know Metropolis because it's a silent film from the 1920s, but a lot of people who are awake know what Metropolis is, and I'm going to even show you clips from Metropolis. I'll put a nice little track behind it because it's a silent film, because it's a nightmare, okay? And you need to see some of the clips from it because, of course, they pay homage to the Tower of Babel, the rebuilding of the Tower of Babel, and, of course, transhumanism, because that's what's happening here. And the theme before I show you the clip, so if you don't know what the plot is for Metropolis, which is scary to think that this is from so long ago that this was made. And then we're looking around, and then we'll show you how long this has been in the devil's blueprints, how long they have been planning this, how long they've been orchestrating this, and how thick the mind control has gotten that these celebrities, the ones that people worship, can show this right in front of all of our faces and all of these people's faces, and nobody thinks anything of it. The plot for Metropolis, which came out in 1927, is in a futuristic city, sharply divided between the working class and the city planners. The son of the city's mastermind falls in love with a working class prophet who predicts the coming of a savior to mediate their differences. I wonder who that savior is going to be. It sounds like there's going to be war and conflict, and that savior that's going to come in is going to be the Antichrist, because that's exactly what they're depicting, while, of course, showing you in these clips I'm about to play. Look for the upside-down pentagrams, of course, the transhumanism tie-ins. And notice all these similarities, how we see musicians use this over and over again, this biometric, this transhumanist type of theme. Take a look. So that was the hell known as Metropolis, and that's what Beyonce's paying homage to. Now, the subscriber on the website, AR, also did a great job pointing out that you could see the repetition. That's not the only celebrity who has used Metropolis before. We've seen Lady Barfbag even pay homage to Metropolis, right? And you may have noticed in that clip how they were paying homage to the Tower of Babel, right? Because all of this stuff is biblical. They're hell-bent on rebuilding the Tower of Babel, right? Even the movie poster for the film depicts the satanic pentagram. You know that upside down star there that you see? The Satanists use it for the satanic temple. They don't really believe in the devil or anything like that. They're only handing out pamphlets, if you didn't see my previous video. Only handing out pamphlets and, want people to spell cast while they're at Planned Parenthood, because they care so much about them. I mean, it's utter insanity, right? But as Confucius said, signs and symbols rule the world, right? And signs and symbols are all around us. So you saw the upside down pentagrams in the video, along with all the themes involving, obviously, transhumanism, right? Getting that technology inside your body, transforming human beings, which of course is their ultimate goal, because God created human beings. That's God's ultimate creation, and they want to take it and manipulate it. And the only way they can really do that is by manipulating your genetic code, right? And do you know how they can manipulate your DNA, your genetic code? Yeah, if you don't, think about what just happened and, their DNA, what they're trying to do to alter it. They're only talking about it at the World Economic Forum, every other place. The globalists are talking about, changing you. Yeah, they're literally talking about changing your DNA. And there's only one way they could do that, and it kind of just happened. But don't worry. If you missed it last time, you won't miss it this time, because it's going to be happening again really soon. But then again, if you missed it last time, you must be 1 year old and listening to this video, because you had to be completely blind not to see it. So back to the themes as well. In this, I want to point out that while she used the red horse symbolism on the cover of Vogue, Beyonce in this release of Renaissance is used on horse symbolism. So you might see this horse. This is their depiction of a pale horse. It might look like a mirrored horse or even a silverish horse, depending on vision is these days. But obviously the Bible references a white horse and a pale horse. So they use the white horse a lot to mock the coming of our king. She's using the pale horse here, which the pale horse in the book of Revelation represent Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. And of course, we see where we're headed with this. Now, celebrities are constantly using these horse symbolism to depict the four horsemen apocalypse. And it's so crazy at this point that people out there who are worshiping these celebrities actually realize that they're using the horse. Like, there's tweets out there of just common people who are like, wow, Beyonce's so artistic that she's using the red horse and the pale horse, and she's actually referencing the four horsemen of the apocalypse. But they're so stupid that they don't realize what she's actually referencing. This is not art. They're telling you these biblical prophecies that are occurring right now that these people themselves are involved in, right? Because these are the people who are ushering in a lot of these things. These are your social engineers who are ushering in the chaos. That's what Beyonce is. That's what Lady Barfbag is. Why do you think, wouldn't they, like I constantly say, wouldn't somebody like Beyonce say, hey, I don't want to do a Metropolis theme like the 1927 silent film that nobody's ever heard of, because Lady Barfbag did it. Oh, wait, it wasn't just Lady Barfbag. Christina Aguilera has done it as well. I believe Madonna has done it as well. So they've all kind of used this symbolism before. So you'd say, well, if they're artists, then they wouldn't want to repeat somebody. I mean, it's the equivalent, right, of saying, hey, I'm a brand new singer. You're like, oh, you're a brand new singer? Yeah, I've got a music video. What's your music video? Well, I'm going to wear this leather jacket, and I'm going to be in the streets, and zombies are going to come after me and be like, wait, that sounds a lot like Thriller. The Michael Jackson song Thriller, and you'd say, oh, wait, it does. So they'd be like, yeah, you shouldn't do that, or everyone's just going to say you're a copycat, you're a copycat, you're a copycat, you're a copy. Who are you? It doesn't matter what your music is. Like, you're a copycat, you're a wannabe, you're a poser. That's what you would think, right? That's kind of what would probably happen if, like, somebody did that. If The Weeknd, who sounds a lot like Michael Jackson, a lot of theories behind that, but if The Weeknd came out with a new song and it was called Thrill, and the whole song was pretty much the same exact thing as Michael Jackson's Thriller, people would be like, what is he doing? Right? But, these people just constantly use the same themes, and if they're artists, they wouldn't be copying, would all have something original. They can't come up with anything. There's nothing left. I mean, I could come up with some ideas. Why doesn't she just lay around in turds or something like that? I mean, something black again, and nobody seems to see the symbolism there. The black goat, the horses. It's the same crap. They're not artists. They're showing you. They're revealing these things right in front of your freaking faces, and nobody's. They see the fans like, wow, look, it's so deep. She's using the red horse. Well, do you know what the red horse represents? What does Beyonce do? Beyonce do it. Well, the pale horse and death, and the red horse of war and famine. Hello? Nope, it doesn't resonate. It doesn't resonate because they think that these people organically became famous and they're so wonderful. She's, only depicting the Egyptian god. You read their books on secret societies, you realize, wow, a lot of these people actually believe that they're gods among us. Well, why wouldn't they believe that? They're worshipped by these the middle-class zombies. I shouldn't say middle-class. The people out there who are complete worship these people. So why wouldn't they think that they're gods? They treat them like they're gods and gods. So these people think that they are, and they depict gods in all their imagery, and whether it's Isis, Shiva, right? We always see these female celebrities do Kali the Destroyer, She arms behind them, right? We see that outside of nobody seems to pick up on it. They're just like, they're incredible artists, and you don't see the art in their stuff. No, because I see through BS. I have a BS meter. And I see through it because I see repetition, I see pattern, and I know what these people are involved in. They all reveal this to us. It's like, how do you know they're involved in it? Because they're revealing it to us. They're showing us these signs and symbols over and over again. So from obviously the symbolism with the horse. This is going to be Beyonce here coming out with this. The praise is going to be through the roof because you got Beyonce, you have Taylor Swift. The two of them have been put on pedestals for social engineering. Okay, I've never seen this bad. Beyonce was bad and was nowhere. Just got propped up where it's like oh, now Taylor Swift obviously is doing the job of hurting the parents out there that think Taylor Swift is cookie cutter and she's so sweet and so nice so my Christian children can watch and listen to her. And she's of course pushing the LGB and all the other agendas. Beyonce, parents out there love Beyonce as well. So they use them as social engineers on their children, but they're being put up on pedestals as we speak. So Beyonce's paying homage to Metropolis, of course, the rebuilding of the Tower of Babel. And like I said earlier, if you weren't paying attention about the plot of that movie, because people are like, oh yeah, the plot of Metropolis. Well, it's a futuristic city sharply divided between the working class and the working. I'm like a lot, what's going on today? The son of the city's mastermind falls in love with a working class prophet who predicts the coming of a savior to mediate their differences, right? And of course, the Bible talks about the coming of the Antichrist. He will come in the name of love and peace. And they're rebuilding the Tower of Babel. This is 1927. We're in 20. That's 100 years ago. Okay, 100 years ago. Is it literally 95 years ago? Okay, 96 years ago. So what does that show you? How long this has been planned out? And now, film in the 19, is going to see it. Okay, now with the technology, I mean, the mind control is so thick, the hypnosis is so thick. These people have full control over their audience. And they prevent people like me from waking them up and snapping them out of it, which is why me and you, the people who listen to the show, are a threat to them. But they're doing a pretty good job of suppressing the truth, as we can all see from every single channel I've gone through over even just the last couple of months. So this is why we are where we are. They're suppressing truth and they're promoting misinformation, but they're really promoting everyone's faces, and they could do no wrong in the eyes of the dumbed down, person out there who's under hypnosis and worships these people. So just to recap, we had, of course, like I mentioned a long time ago, 2022 when Beyonce came out with the Red Horse theme and and Saturn worship, and now, of course, the movie's coming out where they're promoting Metropolis and ISIS and everything else that she can. Of course, it's trending, not because it's natural. Well, trending because they want it to be trending, and that's how this stuff always works. I thank you for being here, everybody. Hope you're all well. God bless you as always, and your families.